Hello everyone, it's Darkseeker here again. Welcome back for another video. Today we're playing GhostDog's Renolock, a deck that he used to get a legend recently. It's been a while since I've played Renolock, and so you'll have to forgive any early misplays that you see. It'll take me a little bit of time to get warmed up with this deck. But what do I love about Renolock? I love the playstyle. Particularly when you're facing aggressive opponents, you'll spend those early turns being really defensive, protecting your face in essence. And there's different ways of doing that, different ways of keeping the board clear with this deck. Plague of Flames, Corrupting Mist, which I love, Defile, Zephyrus, Kazakus, Dark Skies, Hysteria. The list goes on. In the mid game you've got Godfrey to keep boards clear. Against aggressive decks, this deck performs very well, and of course it's the start of the May season. There's probably going to be lots of aggressive opponents on the ladder, and therefore I think a Renolock with this kind of build does pretty well. But as you go into the mid game and the late game, then if you survive that long, you have your demons, of course, you have Gul'dan and N'Zoth bringing back waves of threats, helping you to stabilize. Against slower opponents, you have Brann and Tickatus. See, I'm pronouncing it correctly this time. I've learnt my lesson. I'm not saying Tickatus, which is what I've been saying all along. No, I have been corrected. It's Tickatus. Brann and Tickatus. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Tickatus gets a lot of hate. People don't like the design of the card, but sometimes it's your only option for survival against, let's say, a Reno priest, right? You've just got to mill them of the cards that they are going to use to kill you, and hope for the best. Speaking of Reno priest, this deck does have the Finley Grizzled Wizard combo. Very satisfying. So let's have a look then at the deck in action on the wild mode ladder. We're going to look at a selection of games, starting out against a Paladin. So, buff Paladin, very aggressive, everywhere on the ladder at the moment. But this deck has lots of defensive tools, and therefore you should be able to ride out the aggression from buff Paladin. You should be able to clear those boards, and then stabilize into the late game with your demons. And with Archwitch Willow in hand, we are getting ever closer to that stabilization. The only problem with Willow is that she could bring out Tickatus if it's still in your deck. You would much prefer that a Void Lord or a Dreadlord were brought out. So this is a pretty scary board. This deck does not run Twisting Nether. It's worth noting that. Something like a Twisting Nether would actually be perfect in a situation like this, although we do have Zephyrus. We must keep in mind our spells are more expensive on this turn, so Brawl is not the pick. It has to be Shadow Word Ruin, which costs 5. That is all of our mana now used up. Still though, this is a scary board, and actually Paladin can do lots of damage out of nowhere. Because all they need is a buffed up charging minion, and you are in serious trouble. Look at our health total here, we're nearly dead. And Reno Jackson nowhere to be seen, of course. And so I have to wonder, do I take a gamble now with Willow? And we just hope that Tickatus does not get drawn. If we can get either the Void Lord or the Dreadlord, we'll be very happy. I would like the Void Lord, if at all possible. Ah, okay. Ask and you shall receive. We do get the Void Lord. That's fantastic. And I suspect now it's game over. They'll kill the Void Lord. We will get the Void Walkers on the board. And that is going to go really well with Plague of Flames. And then on turn 10 we have Gul'dan. And we just win the game.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, there's their other charger. Okay, they've cleared up a little bit more of this board than I thought they would, and that's fine. We can still activate the Plague of Flames here. Okay, that's a good mill target there. That's really good. We need to make some preemptive trades. First, just clear up a little bit.
Why do I bother?
I want a Dirty Rat just to get potentially something out of hand. Maybe we get something good. Okay, could have been better, but that's fine. Gonna be greedy. I'm gonna go for 10 cost. Armor seems very sensible, just in case we need it, in case there's more charging things to come. But I think once Gul'dan gets played, we just win the game. Is there one card that could kill us here? I don't think they have one card in their deck that could do that as a single card, so we're fine. We're not scared of that weapon. Because we have Gul'dan. Alright, here come the demons. There we go, there's the concede. Stabilize with Gul'dan into the concede. Beautiful. Alright, this will be a test.
All eyes shall be
I have not been seeing many priests on the ladder at the start of the Mage season. It's been mages, it's been buff paladins, and so priest is going to be interesting. I'm not entirely sure how to play this matchup beyond looking for Finley and the Grizzle Wizard. Now maybe I should have mulliganed everything away just to find those two cards. However, I've kept Archwitch Willow because I'm hoping for one big turn where I can get a couple of big demons down onto the board from deck and from hand, and then push some aggression. So, was that correct? Knowing how slow this matchup is going to be to begin with, we will have time, right? We're not going to be under any pressure initially. We will have time. So, was it correct to keep Willow? From that standpoint, yes. But from the other standpoint of needing to desperately find Finley and the Wizard, no. It was not correct to keep her. Maybe I should just have been working a lot harder to find Finley and the Wizard. Because if we can't shut down that hero power, I guess we just lose the game, even with Reno Jackson. They can do so much damage with Spawn of Shadows. I recall playing as Jade Druid recently, and even with masses of armor gain, they were still able to break through a lot of that armor. So it does put into context just how dangerous Spawn of Shadows can be. Right, not quite sure what I'm doing here, but we just put some stuff on the board, I guess. We can coin out Kartuk Defender next turn if we're desperate to get something down. I don't know if that's correct there. There's Reno. I guess we are desperate to get something down. I could have raised dead there, but I don't fancy getting a Glacial Shard back, to be honest. Or even the ooze. It doesn't seem very appealing.
Your wish is my suggestion.
So yes, I'm not particularly thrilled with how I've played at the start of this game, going back to my mulligan. I guess that's okay. There are worse targets for us, right? I don't feel thrilled about this either, but I guess it gets both of those minions off the board. I'm just waiting now for my Archwitch Willow turn. That's what I'm waiting for. But I'm also quite scared that if I play Willow, that she is going to pull Tickatus from the deck. We really do need Tickatus. If we do not find Findley and the Wizard, we need Tickatus to go off to mill them and hopefully get rid of a few of their important cards. So I'm afraid of Willow pulling Tickatus. That is a concern. I'm not sure what our opponent is really thinking about here.
I wonder.
Also, have you noticed it's turn 7? And Razar has not been played.
This is not what we stood for.
Interesting. I guess Talon is a good raised dead target. But they only got one minion back, so that's fine.
Nice to meet you.
Sure. So I'd said earlier that I wasn't keen on the ooze or the shard. Well, I needed to play something. I needed to get something on the board here. Just as we buy a little bit more time until the Archwitch Willow turn.
I wonder.
Oh dear lord, free from amber. That's scary. Oh wow, that's a Ragnaros. Oh dear. So Archwitch Willow, the chance of pulling Tickatus has just increased because the Void Lord has shown up in our hand. It's not what we wanted here. And we lose the 50-50. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. It was between the Void Caller and Tickatus, and, well, we lost the 50-50. Yes, the mouse over Tickatus. The priest can't believe their luck. This is great. They've just got to clear this board now. And part of me wonders, Shadow Reaper Anduin, is it in hand?
What is illumined?
It's a bit of a miracle, though, that we're on turn 9 and Razar has not been played yet. Oh dear lord. Okay, we're going to mill us. We're going to get a taste of our own medicine.
At last, a worthy disciple.
Yeah. This is not good. Although, if they play Tickatus and they mill us of various cards, that could bring us closer to the Findley Wizard combo, right? It could bring us closer to finding those two cards. So it could help us. But we shall see. Now, I wasn't planning to use Reno so early in this game. I at least wanted Shadow Reaper Anduin to go live and for them to ping our face a few times before I played Reno. Oh wow. Ah, it's more damage to my face. Ouch. That's really painful. Okay, well,
A bargain forged in blood.
we know what is coming next. They have Tickatus. The question is, would they want to clear this board first before playing Tickatus? So by playing Gul'dan, have I bought myself another turn? Yes, I have. But it's not what I really wanted to see. Shadow Reaper Anduin clears most of our board.
I am only more deadly.
I guess we should be grateful, though,
Blood for blood.
that there's no Raza. And I really want to keep the pressure up here, hence why I've just played N'Zoth. But if they deal with this board, what else do I really have left that's consequential? In terms of high attack heavy hitters. This is it, really. Anything that comes after this has lower attack power. So this is my last big push, I think. If this board gets cleared, we're going to be quite sad. And then we may just have to rely on Finley and the Wizard to save us. Mass Hysteria, you hate to see it. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's just hiding in hand there. Okay, part one of the combo is there. Beautiful. We just need Finley now. Now, I'm going to try and be aggressive. I don't think it's going to work out. And if only we still had our Tickatus. We have Brann in hand. If only we had Tickatus available to us. We could mill them of 10 cards.
Shadowy.
But we're going to have to find another way to win. Now we have a fair amount of damage represented on board here, but undoubtedly there'll be some other way of clearing the board, right? Ooh. There's Mass Hysteria that's been used. Do they run Psychic Scream? I think that's the question. Or maybe they'll play Reno Jackson here, maybe.
Fear me.
But they're clearly thinking this through.
The shadows grow short.
I just wish they'd hurry up. Oh, here we go. They've woken up. They're not targeting my face. This is a good thing. Okay, Reno as predicted. Continuing to target minions, that's good. But our board is slowly evaporating. Slowly disappearing here, getting smaller.
From the void,
And we still don't have Finley. And we've got this lifesteal minion on the board. It's not doing anything for us. It's not healing our face because we're at 35 health, including armor. And, of course, it's going to get cleared soon, and then as the game progresses and our health lowers, we're going to need a lifesteal minion, and we won't have one. That is Hearthstone logic for you. So, if we don't get Finley, what else could save us here? We have Zephyrus and Kazakus. Maybe I should not have committed to Brann, but I just wanted to get something on the board. It will prove to be a target for their hero power, as opposed to my face. Tickatus does not burn the Finley, but it burns the Zephyrus. Very, very annoying. Okay, targeting the Brann now, sure.
Short.
I don't know if I've ever experienced a Hearthstone game against Reno Priest. where my face was yet to be targeted extensively by the Anduin hero power. And we're well past turn 10 now. The fact that I'm still at 35, including armor, and we're past turn 10, I find that interesting. They still have Spawn of Shadows to come. So we do have to be scared of that. So we need to hurry up and get that Finley.
Shadowy thoughts.
There aren't many cards left in our deck. So surely Finley is soon to come, and then I suspect we can try and win the game from there. We can give them a useless hero power. What else would they then have in their deck that would pose a threat to us? That's the question. If we take out that hero power, can we still lose? And they're waiting for the rope every turn, and that absolutely sucks. They could have brought out the Godfrey or the Ziliax. No, has to be the bloody wizard. Oh, that's so frustrating.
Unity, precision, perfection.
Oh dear. So I guess we lose this then, right? No chance of removing that hero power. Well, they were still over 30 health. Okay, now we're below 30. Oh, now you show up. Late to the party. And I don't feel like I can play Finley here.
Armor! Lightly used armor!
Just don't think we can. We need this hero power now, the Warlock hero power. We need it. So we just cannot afford to replace our own hero power. So how do we win this game? I don't think we do, right?
Darkness.
The situation looks pretty damning, but we're both running short on cards, and I'm at 34, including armor. Why am I not dead yet? How am I still alive? How is this game still carrying on?
Darkness.
And why is my opponent being so slow every single turn? What are they thinking about? Okay, they're awake now. Finally. Okay, card draw sends them close to fatigue, but gives them more ammunition for the hero power. That's annoying. Okay, still above 30.
I'm almost out of cards.
That's useful. Let's be greedy. Three random demons is fuel. That's really good, actually. It could give us some threats that help us see out the game, maybe. Oh wow, Mind Render Lucia. Ha. Oh, wait a minute. They've just given me a Spawn of Shadows. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Have they just thrown the game? Is it because the rest of their hand was so useless? They thought there'd be something better in my hand? Well, I've got news for them. There isn't really anything great in my hand. My hand is just as bad, except I didn't have anything as good as Spawn of Shadows in my hand. Now they've just given me their Spawn of Shadows. So we're definitely playing Spawn of Shadows. We may as well get some free healing.
Are you afraid of the dark?
They've just thrown this game. Would they still have won the game though had they kept their Spawn of Shadows? Did they have enough ammunition to go with their hero power? Enough other cards they could play with the hero power and the Spawn of Shadows to still kill me? We've retained our Tickatus potion, which is huge. Wow, what a game. I'm certainly not expecting this.
Is someone in
So in the end, all of that worrying over not being able to play Tickatus, all of that worrying over losing the Grizzle Wizard, in the end it didn't matter. Just let the opponent mess up with Lucia. And these demons are useless. At least wanted one Void Lord. And Mal'Ganis would have been nice.
Power is what you seek. Knowledge is what I
I
provide.
kind of feel bad for this priest. Things didn't really work out for them. Raza came late. I mean, their Polkelts has really arrived late. Yeah. Unusually unlucky, this priest. And as if we need any healing, we get healing. Wow. We have no need for healing. They can't kill us with those 3 cards and the hero power. But I won't say no to healing. I won't. Okay, so are you gonna concede now?
Shadowy thoughts.
Or are you gonna continue thinking shadowy thoughts? You can stop thinking now and just concede. Maybe our opponent is new to playing Reno Priest.
Darkness speaks to
Maybe
me.
the darkness really is speaking to them. And they're losing their mind. Alright. Keep on trying. Oh, Psychic Scream. Hello. Okay, well played, sir.
I'm
Or madam.
almost out of cards. Nicely done. I'm out of cards.
And what do we pull? Nothing. Okay.
Your victory proves nothing.
My victory proves nothing. Actually, it proves everything. It proves that I don't know what I'm doing, but I can still beat Reno Priest. Wow.
Is off versus Thrall.
Alright, time for a shaman.
The earth itself is
This is a welcome break
all eyes.
from Reno Priest and Paladin and Mage. What do shamans play on wild mode at the moment? Murlocs! Yay! I love Murlocs. I've played Murloc Shaman, courtesy of Boltzmann, a couple of weeks ago. Really, really fun. And they can just snowball so quickly. If you dare leave a couple of Murlocs on the board, you just blink, and then you're dead. Of course, with the Forged in the Barrens expansion, Murloc Shaman has access to new buffs, and that's pretty scary. Now we have Defile in hand, we have Godfrey, we have Tickatus. We have 3 clears here. An early game clear, a mid game clear, and potentially a late game clear. So how worried do I need to be? Well, to begin with, we do need to get Defile online. And so we need a 1 health minion to stick. There are no 1 health minions on this board, so we are a little bit concerned. Now I don't know what the correct play here is. Do we look for demons or do we play an ooze? The ooze is immediate board presence. There's a chance they have to possibly trade something in. But with the scout on board, that's unlikely. They'll just... yeah, they'll rush something in. So that continues to make the board state scary. However, the opponent, I think, is messed up here. Well, actually, it wouldn't have mattered, because the Crab Rider is at 1 health. I was going to say they messed up by playing an Oracle at 1 health, making them vulnerable to Defile. But because they already had a 1 health Crab Rider on the board, it wouldn't have mattered either way. But yes, Defile, in a situation like that, potentially game winning now. Because we're on the road to stabilization. We have healing on the way. Now, if we can get a Kaltut defender and a Reno Jackson, we'll be even happier. But until then, Tickatus and Godfrey will have to carry us. We have the option to coin out Godfrey next turn, so that's really good, really flexible. Okay, give me all of that beautiful healing. So everything is awesome is a concern. There's Reno for turn 6, by the way, which is pretty cool. But Godfrey is just better here. We want to clear the board. Every time we can clear the board, then we are not giving the opponent an opportunity to buff that board. And in the late stages of the game, it's those buffs that I am scared of.
We're gonna be rich.
For a moment I thought the Corrupted Seer was played naturally from the deck. No, it was not naturally played. They found it somehow. Oh, Underbelly Angler. Alright, I suspect that this is now going to be game over. If there was ever any doubt. Another Reno, back to hand. Just means that we have healing for days to come. We are in such a good position here. A War Leader with Rush. Pretty special. You don't see that every day. This is not needed. It's exceptionally cruel. It really is, but I couldn't help myself. I apologise to my opponent. Honestly, I really, really do apologise. Although we did get rid of an Everything is Awesome. Oh, they've got the other one. Fair play. But Everything is Awesome is just evidence that the Murloc Shaman can do a lot of damage out of nowhere. Right?
From the void I come.
So they had one last push. All credit to them. But yeah, there is no coming back from this. Regardless of the Tickatus, we've just got this board presence here. We've got another Reno, Kazak's Potion. Opponent is top decking, out of resources. Yeah. This deck's ability to stabilize and make comebacks against aggressive opponents is just really, really good. Okay, let's look at our final game, our final challenge here. And we've faced an interesting selection of opponents so far. It's time for a Warlock. Could this be a mirror matchup? If it is a mirror matchup, I'm not looking forward to it because, well, I don't quite know how to play it. If this is the mirror, could it come down to Tickatus versus Tickatus? Who pulls off the Tickatus first? Is that what we're looking at? Certainly on standard mode, when playing Control Warlock in the mirror matchup, yeah, the first Tickatus is usually the most impactful one. You can mill your opponent's Tickatus. And then you just win. Also interesting to note that on standard mode, Lord Jaraxxus has seen a massive comeback. He's now a staple part of any Control Warlock deck, whereas on wild mode, he really hasn't seen much play. Is Jaraxxus not good enough? I understand that with Gul'dan, he'll bring back those 6/6 Infernals, and maybe you don't want that. Maybe you really want Gul'dan to bring back, you know, your Void Lords. Even your Void Walkers, because they're taunts. And against aggro, that could be what you need to protect your face. The Infernals are 6/6s, but they're not taunts. So against aggro, they don't do very much when they're brought back to life. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a Mecha'thun Warlock by the looks of things. And you don't see this every day. Can we mill Mecha'thun? No, we can't. We're not that good enough. Although maybe we can kill off our Gnome-Feratu, raise dead it, play it again, and then mill another 2 cards and get their Mecha'thun. Maybe.
So many.
But here's a question. How do you win this matchup? They're drawing through their deck so quickly. Undoubtedly, they will soon be ready to combo us down. How do you win this matchup? Given the speed at which they play through their deck and draw their cards. Do we really have to focus then on Tickatus? Not sure about this turn, to be honest. Really am quite scared. Oh, okay, they milled a useless card. I really am quite scared about how many cards they've already drawn.
I should meet you.
We are not going to be able to develop a threatening board quickly enough to the point where we put them under pressure of lethal.
No, trust me.
There's Tickatus, so this surely has to be now our only way to win this game. We're going to have to use Tickatus to mill them. But is it going to be too slow to activate? We've got another turn needed with the Dreadlord. Then we can play Tickatus. Wait, I should not have committed Brann here. That's a mistake, right? I should have saved Brann for Tickatus.
Armor! Lightly used armor.
But actually, by the time we get to play Tickatus, I don't think it'll actually matter. Yeah. There won't be 10 cards in the deck when we get to play Brann Tickatus. So I think playing Brann there was fine.
I found a new
just to get something on board. I think it was absolutely fine. We've just got to hope. Oh dear Lord. I was going to say, we've just got to hope that we get rid of something useful from their deck. They've played Hemet. But wait, they've played Hemet, so what's left in the deck is probably useful, right? Because it's more expensive. So can we get rid of Cataclysm? Well, that's part of their combo. Oh, wait. Should I have done that? Huh. I mean, if we can kill it before they empty their hand, and we win the game. But do they have some other way now of emptying their hand really quickly? And then are we in trouble? Should I have played that dirty rat? But with Cataclysm gone, are they just going to have to trade Mecha'thun into my minions until it dies? Is that the only way they win this game?
I wonder. Almost out of time.
Also, please note, it's turn 9. They've got through their entire deck by turn 9. Now, I'm not complaining. Means shorter games, that's good, right? Okay, that Mecha'thun, I guess, is looking to trade into the Tickatus.
Darkness rises.
So, oh, this is fine. I could have ordered that the other way around. Could have attacked in to preserve our higher attack minion. It does not even matter, though. Wow. Just wow. Can't believe we won that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, GhostDog's Renolock. Honestly, there were games in this video that I can't believe I won. Against the Reno Priest, for example. I didn't entirely know what I was doing going into that matchup, apart from needing to get the Finley and Grizzle Wizard. And even with that, I was really bad at finding them, right? I should have mulliganed more aggressively for them. Instead, I was more intent on keeping Archwitch Willow in my hand because I wanted to get demon value. Actually, I got my priorities all wrong. So I can't believe that I managed to somehow beat the Reno Priest. And then there was the Mecha'thun lock. How did we win that game? Right? Given the speed at which they were drawing through their deck. How do we win that? Right? Our Tickatus was always going to be too slow in that kind of a matchup. You know, they get their entire deck drawn by turn 9. And yet we still managed to win. Now I know why I was able to win these games. These games that I was not expecting to win. It's because I'm playing a GhostDog Hearthstone deck. If you play a GhostDog deck, you know that it's going to go well. Right? It's as if you have a bit of his RNG taken from him and siphoned sold to you, and so your games are going to go well. GhostDog, by the way, you should give him a follow on Twitter. Super cool dude who comes out with great decks and is an important part of the Hearthstone Wild community. Reading his Twitter profile, it says that he is a Hearthstone Wild player who climbs Legend every month. And he's also known as GhostDoggy from Twitch, and I see him in various streams. He's always very kind, always very welcoming, just super nice, super cool dude. And he has a bachelor's degree in accounting. a degree in accounting, that may explain why his decks are so good and why they work so well. He's got the mind of an accountant. I wish I had that mind. So GhostDoggy or GhostDog, thank you for this deck. It's been super fun to play. I've only played a small number of games with the deck, 5 games in total, but it is 5 wins and 0 losses, so I can claim, with a very small sample size, I can still claim that I am undefeated with this deck, despite not always having a clue as to what I'm doing. But that is a testament to the effectiveness and the power of this deck, particularly early on in a season where a lot of your opponents can be quite aggressive. So thank you very much for joining me, everyone. Thank you to GhostDog or GhostDoggy for this deck. It's been a blast to play. It's been fantastic. And I will see you all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun. But as always, please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. And as always, please be good to one another.